The end of July or August when there's barely any grass, I don't think the sheep and cows are going to be that fussy. See, yeah, I don't think the quality is in it. The best I got was 110 bales off 10 hectares. I've only jammed it up a handful of times. And well, good afternoon everyone. Yes, you joined me on the afternoon again. Just going down to check some hay. I had a meeting for a couple of hours this morning. I just didn't film anything earlier on, so yeah, it's perfect day for a bit of hay making or hay drying. It should be. It's been on the deck for a little while, this stuff. It did get a couple of mils of rain on it, and just with a few heavy dews, it's just taken a little bit longer to finally cure. So just on my way down to check some Lucerne and pasture. We might have to wait till later on tonight when it cools off a bit to get the Lucerne, but the pasture should nearly bale straight up. That's what I'm just going down to check at the moment. But yeah, perfect day. It's 27 degrees at the moment, it says, so. So actually, I've just brought the rake down. It's just a little bit, not wet, it's just a little bit cool underneath, and there's just a little bit moisture there, and I'm just a bit worried about it not drying today. So you can see what I'm doing. I'm just running along and just literally just trying to flip the bottom to the top, which is one of the big advantages of this rake. You can see what it's doing. It's sort of rolling it over just by using one rotor here, and it's just exposing that bottom side that's a little bit moist still. I don't know what happened to whether the other night maybe I was raking it with a little, I didn't think I was, maybe I was raking it with a little bit too much moisture. Either that or it did just get a big heavy dew on it down here, which is not untypical. So that's what I'm just doing at the moment, just to try and make sure that it does dry, because it's meant to cool off again tomorrow. So it's cured, it's just getting the actual moisture of the actual physical moisture off the plant. So that's what we're here doing. I'm just trying to, really don't want to try not to disturb it too much, because although it's not hot yet and it's not crispy, we don't want to be knocking too much leaf off it. You can see there is a little bit coming off it, but we can't help it, it's got to be done. So just trying to be as gentle as I can with it. Just literally trying to turn it, roll it over.
Under the stars, I see everything that led to where we are, and I wouldn't change a thing. Under the moon, oh, the wishing that we did is coming true. Like I got magic up my sleeve, and you can't fight the moonlight when it's moving in, and the feeling you're giving me, I'm giving in. You got me dancing with no shoes tonight, out here in the street, taking chances like we're kids tonight, like we're 17. Every day that I'm with you, everyone can see, they can see that you bring out the best in me. We got it made, fill the future up with flowers and champagne.
Yeah, I think we've done the right thing by turning that over. Yeah, just needed turning, and just to get that wet side on the top. You can see it's not going to be high quality stuff, but it has, as I said, it had a couple of mils of rain on it, and it's just been hard to get dry, so I've had to sit here for longer than it probably should have. But the end of July or August when there's barely any grass, I don't think the sheep and cows are going to be that fussy. I think they're still going to enjoy a bit of Lucerne. So yeah, it's a little less palatable, but still will be good stuff in the cold months when there's nothing else on the ground. We have hooked up the baler, and we're just going to go out to this Lucerne and just roll one up and see what the moisture is in it. I've got the moisture meter with me. I ended up buying one. It's the first time I've ever actually used one. Yeah, we're just going to see what it's doing, because the only thing that's got me worried is an easterly blowing, and if it keeps blowing, it could get very, the moisture could come in very quickly as soon as the sun goes down. So it's just after 5 now. Gonna do as much as I can. Hopefully I get all of it. You wouldn't normally start this early because it's too hot usually, but it has cooled off. As I say, that easterly's just cooled things right off, and we should nearly, well, we'll have to go really, because otherwise the moisture's going to beat us again. So what is it, the 26th of March? So yeah, big heavy dews of a night time are pretty common at the moment. It's coming up to it here now. Let's see what we can do. Yeah, a couple of 13s, 112, a couple of 16s. See a thing this way. Sun's there in the road. Plus I got a dirty windscreen, which doesn't help. Dad's just bringing some WD-40 down the little mechanism that trips the knife to cut the net wrap. You might have seen on that bale just there. He is playing up a little bit sometimes, especially in Lucerne, because the Lucerne dust can be so fine. It gets in the little mechanism and it just needs cleaning out. I took it off at the start of the season and cleaned it out. But it obviously really needs taking apart, then doing again just to get us through this. The WD-40 seems to free it up, at least gets a bit of lube in there too. See, yeah. There's a knife that like flicks up and cuts the net wrap there. So you just got to, when that happens, I've just got to trip it manually. I think I've fixed the problem with a little bit of WD-40. Dad just brought that down, and I can give it a, I don't know, I should have shown you what was going on. It doesn't say, it seems like it should have oil in this little mechanism thing, but it doesn't say anything about it in the service booklet, and whether it's got like a little bung that you pull out, and whether that's just to blow air into it and clean it out, I don't know, but I've sprayed some WD-40 in there, and hopefully, as you'll see in a second, it's working fine now. It's just over the left there. I should have shown. Oh, yeah, should have shown you what I did, but yeah, seems to be working fine now, which is good. So we'll keep pressing on. We've done 21 bales so far. 21. So keep chasing windrows before the sun gets too low. I do have probably the same amount of pasture on the ground too that I've got to try and bale up. Yeah, I just hope that we can get it before the moisture hits it. Making hay at this time of year, it's just hard where we are. I went out to Wagga on Sunday night. I left here and I was hoping to bale on Sunday. It's, what is it, Wednesday now. And I left here, it was like 19 degrees and overcast and half misting. I couldn't even rake the hay. And then got out to Wagga and it was 30 degrees and not a cloud in the sky, but just totally different weather out there. They're a lot hotter and drier than us though. As I said in well, all my recent videos, we are very lucky at the moment, our season and what we're shaping up to, well, what we've shaped up to have over summer. So we probably wouldn't have got 4 cuts of Lucerne if we didn't get the rain we got. So there you go. We'd yeah, just would have chucked some lambs on this probably. And we can still, we're still probably, you can see it's growing there now. What was it, cut a week and a half ago, 2 weeks nearly? So we're probably gonna get a graze off it as well. So 4 cuts and a graze is pretty bloody good. A few people, well, yeah, a couple of people asked over the course of what variety this is. This is Stamina GT6. Yeah, it's been good for us, but I've got nothing to compare it to because this is the first ever Lucerne paddock we've ever grown. So yeah, it's been good for us as far as I can say, but as I say, this is the only experience of Lucerne, growing Lucerne that I've had, so I really don't know how it would compare. There's a few 5s, so the number, oh here we go, it's done that again. The number correlates to how winter active it is. The higher the number, the more winter active it is, I'm pretty sure. Is that right? I'm pretty sure it is. So we're somewhere, I think it goes from up to 12, I think. Like up north, I think around when I went for a bit of a field trip up around Singleton and stuff, they were growing 10s and 12s, which so they're sort of cutting a lot more than us, but I don't think the quality is in it, as far as I can tell. That's how I sort of read it anyway, as when they were showing us around. So yeah, sort of 5 and 6s are pretty typical around this area.
We got it made. Fill the future up with flowers and champagne. We got the world beneath our feet, 'cause I have found that I am who I wanna be when you're around. You give me everything I need, and you can't fight the moonlight when it's moving in, and the feeling you're giving me, I'm giving in. You got me dancing with no shoes tonight, out here in the street, taking chances like we're kids tonight, like we're 17. Every day that I'm with you, everyone can see, they can see that you bring out the best in me. You can't fight the moonlight, I think it's moving in. The feeling you're giving me, I'm giving it.
So looking like we'll hopefully get 60 or 70 bales off this. 50 to 70 is sort of what we've typically been getting. The best I got was 110 bales off 10 hectares, but that was plenty of super and plenty of rain, and that was in its second year, so I don't know whether that's probably its optimal year potentially. I don't know. It definitely, you can tell it has thinned out since last year. That's how Lucerne goes. Not sure how long we'll get out of it. What's it been in? This was its fourth year. Whether we wish, I mean, it looks like we'll definitely get 5. Whether we get 6 or 7, I just don't know. All we've really done is cut it. We haven't really grazed it much, which has probably helped it, I would think. We might give it a light graze like at the end of the season, but over winter it just gets nothing and it gets spelled, and then doesn't get anything on it until first cut then, which is, you know, typically November-ish. So I wouldn't say it's been overutilised, you know. Got done at Lucerne and I've just done 31 bales of pasture hay, but as you can see from the tyres, the moisture's beat me, I think. I've done down here. I'm just going down to other paddock and see how it is up there. It's higher up than down here, so we'll just see what it does. I'll go do a bale and stick the probe in it and see what we're at. This baler can handle a windrow. I've only jammed it up a handful of times, and when you do jam it up, you can generally only once have I had to actually get out and try and cut hay out of the pickup, because if you do jam it, it's just got like a clutch on it that slips when you jam hay in there, or touch wood, I've never hit anything else like, that's jammed it up other than just hay. But you can just push this button here and pull the lever down, and it drops the floor out of it, and then it sort of just spits it out or takes it in. So it makes it really really easy. This baler will handle a bloody big windrow. Generally the only reason it blocks up is because you can see what it's sort of doing now, because the drawbar on this tractor is not real high and it gets caught. And it just tends to feed, not feed evenly like that, see? And you got to back up. I'm just going to do this little bit here. It's just one little section and I'll have to pull up. The rest of it's up there, but I'm going to have to come back tomorrow and try. I've made a decision because it's cured, it's just I just need the moisture off it. So I'm hoping tomorrow it's going to be 21 or 23. So I'm hoping that's just going to be enough to come out here at lunchtime or something because we're shearing it just at home here, I'm not far away. So I'll just come out here and bale it up at lunch. And that'll be all of it, all the hay on the ground in a bale. That'll be it for hay season 24-5, so, well, yeah, 24-5, so that'll be a bit of a relief. It's been on the deck for nearly 2 weeks. Not the highest quality, but this will be plenty good enough for the people that buy it off me just for their horses, just for a bit of gut feel, really. But yeah, I'm about ready for bed, so I might leave that one there, but I'll see, I might put a clip in of baling this last stuff up tomorrow at the end here. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed it, and we'll catch you in the next one. Alrighty, see ya, bye.
You got me down.